Hello and welcome to this video about JSol'Ex 4.2. So there is one change which is not really visible but should make it faster. It is the upgrade to Java 25. The software should be a bit faster and also consume a bit less memory. But you're probably more interested in the feature changes, so let's move on and show you that in action. So first, if you were used to changing the file formats, it used to be that you had to go into this menu and then go to format, and then you had the image selection formats there. And then you were clicking like quick mode and processing, and then you realized that you did not select the feeds file, and you had to reprocess everything in order to change that and generate the feeds file. So could take some time, as you can see. So here, if I open that in the browser, I selected only JPEG, and if I wanted to have the surf files, then I had to reprocess everything. So now the file formats are in the advanced parameters there, and now I can select, like, say, fits, save OK, and then I can reset and save again. And now if I go into the files, I have this file format generated in addition. So it's much more convenient because you don't have to reprocess everything if you just want to change the file formats. The other addition is that in this version there is also the possibility to generate different format for animations. So before it was only MP4, but now you have the option to generate GIF animations. So you just select this GIF, and then you will have, in this case, the two formats generated. So yeah, GIF is typically useful if you want to share the images on forums, but the problem is often that the file is much larger. So be careful if you generate GIF animations, or be careful because the size of the animation can be really huge. So in order to show you the next improvements in this version, I'm going to show you this tools menu, and then you have here script repositories. And what you can see here is that I have a repository which is declared, I gave it a name, and then just a URL, which is a URL to a personal site of mine. So let me open this, copy that, and show you what you will have if you just open the application. So you would have an empty list, and I can click on add, and then I would do give a name to the repository, and then copy that URL. And this is a real web server that would basically expose some scripts. So when I click on OK, what you see is that now it has one script which is downloaded, and it is a stacking script which will generate a number of images like Doppler or whatever, all stacked. So this is a script that I often use, and before, in order to share that, basically you had to copy that somewhere, and the users would have to copy the script, understand how the script works. So now it's going to be much easier, because now that I have added this repository, what I can do is go into the file menu, and because it is a stacking script, I'm going to select batch mode, and then I'm going to select the number of files. So let's go there, and let's see, stack. I have no idea if the quality of the images is going to be good, but let's select 3 files, and adding more files for now. And now what I can do is go into the image selection and scripts section, and as I said before, you would have to open these, and then you would have to copy the script there or load the script from the file system, whatnot. But now that I have added this repository, there is a new checkbox there because there's a single script in the repository. If there were more scripts, you would have more checkboxes. But I can just click there, and now this section appears where I have the script parameters available. So these parameters are parameters that I, as a script designer, expose to the user, and I'm going to show that later for those of you who are interested in sharing your scripts to users. But basically it allows you to select the tile size, and in my case I'm going to use this one because my camera is an ASI 178 and I'm using bin 1, so it's going to be large images, so I want to have a large tile size. And yeah, I have offered a number of parameters. I won't go into the details. You can actually see that there are some instructions, tooltips about what these parameters are, and I can just start processing. And it's going to process these into batch mode, and then it's going to stack the images and generate a number of images. So we're going to have an image which is improved with unsharp mask, and then we're going to have a more classical view, an inverse image, we're going to have some Doppler images, and animations too. So yeah, let's see what it generates. While this is doing this, I can show you here that in the script repositories you can click there and you see that there's a version for the script, which means that developers of scripts can update their repositories, and the software would automatically check once a day if there are new scripts or if the scripts are updated. So in this case, I have this update, I can click on refresh and it would automatically check if there's a new version of the script. In this case there's not, obviously, but yeah. It means that you can publish new versions of scripts and users don't have to click that automatically. It would be done automatically once a day. Okay, oh, actually quite nice image. So this is what this script generates. So it generates an image which is improved and with nice prominences. And then we have the Doppler image, we have Doppler eclipse image, we have an image which has more classical processing, which is not as sharp as the other one. We have this one, which is the prominence image, an inverse version, and then we have animations. Like this one is basically my source images, and there's one which is darker, which probably means that there was some clouds or something like that. And the second one is basically the ones which are distorted, so for stacking. So this is what is used for stacking. And it is just an animation for controlling what is going on, but if I go into the files, you can see that because now I have selected in the advanced parameters both formats there, I have both the GIF animation and the MP4 animation, and you can see that the GIF one is about twice as big as the MP4 version, so be careful. Anyway, so that's all for you as a user. If you're just consuming scripts, the only thing that you would have to do is basically go into that menu, copy your URL, and then enjoy the scripts. But if you're a script author, we're going to go a bit further, and I'm going to explain how you can do that. So you can see that I had here in the menu, I had some parameters there, and there's a description of the script and whatnot. So all these parameters are actually declared in this script as a meta section that you can edit by hand if you want to. There's documentation again that you can use to see what you should enter, but there's a convenience. If you right click, you can click on edit metadata, and then you have an editor that allows you to enter these with more control. So you would have to publish something with this meta block, and then you say the author, the version of your script. So if you do an update, you can just upgrade the version. You can explain which version of JSol'Ex is required for this script to work, and then you have to provide some information. So in this case, I'm providing both an English and French version. You should at least provide the English version. If you don't provide the French version, it's not a big deal. But if you don't, then users would see the description in English, basically. So you have a title for your script, and then you have a description, which is shown as a tooltip. And then you have all the parameters that your script has. Like in my case, I have the style size, I have the sampling, I have the stacking ratio, whatever. And for all of these, there are some options. Like in this case, for the tile size, it is a type choice, which means that I have to provide some options. And I have to provide a default value. So these are the values which are available. Oh, this one is actually not good. Let's remove it. And yeah, we have all the tile size which are possible. And then I can go into this one, which is of type number, and then we see that we have a default value, minimum value, maximum value. For the continuum shift, basically what I'm saying is that you should enter a value in angstroms, then the script is going to convert that into pixels, and in this case I have a default value for the shift, which is 1.5 angstroms, but you could, the user could select something else, like they could select, I don't know, minus 1.5, and then it means that I should not provide any minimum or maximum value. Basically, the user is free to do whatever they want. So depending on the types, you have different constraints that you can put, and when you click on that, basically it updates this script, and then you just have to save it. And then the question is how to expose that to users. So in my case, I have a personal site which is on a French hosting called Free, and I'm using FileZilla to upload that to my personal website. So I have this directory, and then I have JSol'Ex and scripts. And you can see that what you have to do to expose the scripts is basically just upload the script to your server, and then write a scripts.txt file which contains the list of scripts which are available. So if I open this one, you see that this contains only a single line, which is exactly the name of the file. So this is the name of my script, and it has to be reproduced into this scripts.txt, which means that if tomorrow I add a new script, basically I would have two entries into my scripts.txt file. And the reason you have to do that is basically because most of the web servers do not allow listing the files which are in a directory for security reasons, which is the case here for my host. So I cannot do that, so you have to list explicitly all the scripts into this file, and then JSol'Ex is able to basically download the list of the scripts. And this is why also if you make a change, don't forget to edit this one, because if you just add a new file there, it will not appear into the user's changes. So if I go into the script repositories here and I click on refresh, for now I have nothing. But if I create a new file, let's say I go here and create just a, let's copy the other one, it's going to be easier. So let's go into this, and can I copy this? I don't think I can, so let's move to /temp and move the file here. And then now I'm going to edit this one. So it's hi, what's the name? Stack HA. Stack, yes, this one. So let's give it a new for the demo, and I can upload there. So now the script is on my server, and if I click here, it's not going to refresh, because basically I forgot to update this file. So if I just go there and do edit, and now I add a new line, which is new.math, and save the file. Now it's updated on the server, and if I go there, go to the script repositories and click on refresh, now I have 2 scripts. So you see it's really straightforward for you to expose new scripts to users. And again, I clicked on refresh here, but for users, that would be refreshed once a day. So yeah, this is all I wanted to show you today. I hope that you are going to enjoy this new version. And thank you, and bye bye.